Welcome back to the Georgia State Panthers dynasty. Last episode, we witnessed a ton of struggle for the secondary because they forced only 2 total incompletions in the last couple of games. This is just unacceptable by this unit, and someone out of this group needs to step up in today's episode. We already lost out on one of my favorite recruits because of our lack of success, but we can only focus on what is at hand today. And by the end of the episode, there's a chance that we can land up to 12 recruits if we can find a way to pull out some big time wins. Believe it or not, a bowl game is still in the cards pending if we can win out. But first, Coastal Carolina. They will not feature their starting quarterback Roquan Barber, so they will need to turn to a redshirt freshman Larry Garfield. He is more of a pure running quarterback with a below average arm, but that hasn't stopped other offenses in the past. If you're excited about this series, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. And we'll see if our defense can make a big time stop. As the freshman looks to take the top off, and a nice play by Deuce Walker. He didn't look sharp in his return from injury, but good signs as our offense gets to work. And why not go to our favorite player? And Ted Hurst down the sidelines has another. 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games, and what an exciting start here on the road. They better throw this defensive play out because you cannot leave a player of this caliber wide open. And I don't mind us dancing in the rain if it ends with that result every time. We picked up a field goal as well, as Garfield gets hammered in the backfield. That is Sir Mel's, and that's the goal with the young quarterback. Force the pressure and prevent him from running. And Coastal has picked it up. Running room was hard to find. We need a run game in this weather, otherwise they'll linger too long. As Garfield is down, and they'll count that as a sack for Sir Mel's second. They go hurry up now. And Garfield hit on the throw and nails his man. And we're lucky that he didn't cross the goal line. That has to be one of the most impressive throws I've seen in the entire series. And this time, they'll just toss it away and they'll settle for 3. Coastal does give themselves a shot for a tie game here as we enter the second half. As Garfield fires with conviction for another perfect throw. He's shown some skill, but this one is held back by his teammates. I get that feeling. That happened to us a week ago. As he's going for it all, and the pass is intercepted. Fabian Keefe comes down with the football on an incredible play. We wondered who would step up in our intro, and it's the true freshman answering the call. His first career pick, and you never know if this is going to boost his confidence as he continues to see playing time. We could use some confidence here with the first down, but Hurst is unable to handle that and will pay the price of giving it back to Coastal Carolina. Here's Damon White, and it's a terrible punt. It doesn't even reach midfield. And this was played before the recent update. I hope they patch that issue. As Garfield will sprint forward, and that's a first down at the 13. These are the moments that have been worrisome in the past few weeks. And the freshman climbs and caught, and they finally cross the end zone. One of the most noticeable issues in our secondary lately are our safeties, and Derek Maxey has really struggled out in coverage in the last few weeks. This weather has been critical because our endurance is now playing a factor. I'm not sure how we'll do it without our best guy, as that's incomplete, but a flag. Huge call, it's PI on the defense. And we'll run it to the 2-minute mark. Dangerous pass, but McGee is near the marker. I don't think we can settle for 3 in this spot. So running behind the fullback is DJ Braswell as he pushes forward to move the sticks. And there's only one guy we can trust in these moments. It's Branson Robinson, and he zooms right into the end zone. Even through the wear and tear, nothing beats Hart as he breaks up the knot here on the road. But Coastal was able to march down in the final minute. Can the freshman pull it off? But he eats the teal off the turf instead. And now Garfield in discomfort, so they'll turn to their third option, and that's Emmett Brown. He's got time and fires a missile, and there's a big throw. Not shaken in the big moment, and Garfield is back on the field again. No timeouts left, and Garfield decides to take off and slide. They won't have time, and they don't get the snap off, and Georgia State steals the win here on the road. Larry Garfield just pulled a Dak Prescott moment, and this game ends with the final score of 17-10. That was a bit too exciting for us to finish, but I'm glad that we finally figured out how to win a close game for the first time this season. I was also glad that this defense finally decided to show up. Obviously, there's still some plays I wish we could have back, but hey, we are going to just enjoy and celebrate this before the next one. These were tough conditions to play in when you're in a hostile road environment and a wet field. But there were no injuries or turnovers, and that should lead us to a win most of the times. No one committed to us after that game, but I imagine that if we can pull a big win against Marshall, we could see a good amount of recruits making their decisions to be a Panther for next year. That's obviously easier said than done if you've watched this series enough. Sir Mel's has rose up to being one of the leaders on this team. He finished the last game with 3 sacks, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the captain's patch as a senior next year. We hope that his game and the rest of this defense will transition over as we take on Marshall. They will have a healthy QB in Zion Turner, who's a dual threat quarterback, but healthy doesn't mean good because Marshall is dead last in the conference after our win, and maybe it's contributed to their lack of speed at the corner position. Their best one is out with an injury, so I expect a big game from our receivers who have some good speed, but it's also senior day, and we'll see if we can take a big lead to let some guys finish on the field. But Marshall has driven down the field well on their first drive. And Zion Turner is going to show off his speed on the quarterback draw, and he'll go down safely for their first red zone attempt. We have to remember to put a spy on him, but it doesn't matter because the ball is out and recovered by the Panthers' Trey Grant. Well, that's one way to attack a dual threat quarterback. Just have the senior tackle knock the ball out and create the turnover. Sacks and turnovers have been the anchor for today's episode, as Branson Robinson is roaming free. He's down the sidelines, running by a defender. Does he have enough juice to finish? He does! Touchdown! 96 yards. This is a great block by Donovan Funch, and this is the 4-star player out of high school we were all excited about. We mentioned how their corners fall short on speed, but that was the safety Jadarius Green McKnight. Marker before the catch, and a hold here. I don't want to give free points in this spot, so I'll trust our defense on 3rd and long. Turner has all day, and he'll sling it to a wide open man. They're going to get it all back and some, and that is Ben Turner picking up 32 yards on the play. And now they'll hand it off. No, he keeps it, and Turner spins, and he's in for the score. Next time, I'm just going to let them kick the field goal. What was I thinking with this defense? We'll see if we can capitalize on our own 3rd down situation, as Erickson makes the catch, but will be well short. I hope that's not signs of what is to come, as Turner finds a wide open man over the middle, and that's a great read. And all of a sudden, they find themselves back in the red zone. And there's a chance they'll take the lead before the half. As Turner, this time he pitches it out, and they'll find the end zone. Running speed option isn't even fair against us, and Marshall has taken the lead. We gotta find another option other than Branson Robinson with the minute to go. Ted Hurst is always a great option, and he'll jet his way out of bounds. It's a great moment to build on that touchdown streak he's got going, but this is caught by Robinson, and Branson Robinson isn't going down without a fight. He's got a chip in his shoulder in this matchup, and it's already his best game of the year. As this is hauled in by Robinson, but it's Javon this time. And we can change the complexion of the game right now. There, to the wide side, and it's caught. Touchdown! Center Park Stadium is erupting because Austin McGee just made an incredible catch one-handed. That's good on a Sunday, and what concentration by 87. Then we keep up the pace as the night sky drowns over us. As Robinson receives the screen, gets a block, and what a play to open up the second half. I don't credit them much, but this play does not happen without Matt Cook blocking 2 defenders. And the Panthers are in striking distance. It has been all Branson Robinson today. And why not give him another? That's 3 catches on the day for 52 yards. He has been everywhere on the field, so it's a well-deserved break. As Amos makes a good move, and he'll break past the goal line. Man, it's nice to see our guys playing with such confidence. It's not the same as it was the first few weeks of the season. As Sir Mel's has another. What an episode for our D tackle. He's got 4 in 2 games. As Turner goes for the big play. One-on-one against Walker. Nice play. He's looked much healthier today. And our team is more constructed in these situations. Just keep the ball on the ground, and when the time is right, open up the playbook to help Veyer. Just like this RPO, and McGee has number 2 in the game. That's 3 in the episode, and the speedster gives us a 2-possession lead. Our defense was just locked in the second half. We put Turner on the Dean's list, and this is just incredible that we can send off our seniors the right way for their final game. And my favorite moments are when Tawan Payton sees a ton of playing time, because that means we've sealed the deal. Love that he invited his teammates to celebrate and no one came. It's a fun gesture at this point, and we'll keep it up and bring in all of our seniors to this game. Guys like Veyer, Hurst, and Rashad Amos will be missed. And how about Henry Bryant making a statement? He's the player of the game for his final game at home. Jordan Ford and fullback Pruitt are also seniors. And we'll send them off with some work. And that is a fitting way to finish the job here at Center Park Stadium. We trampled the Herds in our final home game 35-14. And this was one of the more complete games we've seen in this series. I thought the defense looked much better after their struggles in the last few weeks, but they found a way to hold both Coastal Carolina and Marshall to under 20 points. No turnovers all episode, and how about 3 rushing touchdowns by 3 different rushers? That's the type of offense I would love to see week to week. And now things do get very interesting leading up to the next episode. This is now our 4th win of the season with 2 to go, so a bowl game is within reach. And who would have thought that's possible with our start? But I didn't think this was possible either. We land 3-star Mike linebacker Terrell Bloomberg and 3-star guard Tyrone Mixon. And how about another? Johnny Gallagher, the 2-star guard, joins the party. Yes, I want more help on the trenches, and I think we got a huge amount with those additions up front. We started out by presenting the potential of gaining 12 recruits today, but we only ended up with a quarter of them. That gives us a total of 5 recruits, 3 3-stars, and 2 2-stars. There's still a lot of work to be done, and I'd love to know which position you guys think we should be focusing more on when it comes to recruiting. There's guys I just needed to give up on because we weren't in the running anymore. I want us to still gain as many as possible, but it also has to make sense on how we can develop them, as well as noticing their potential desire for transfer. Ron Monroe is close to a decision, but I don't think we can land him. So I just gave him a soft sell so we can allocate our hours properly. And our insurance will be Dion Rawlings. He's not going to blow us away, but he is 6'5", 250 plus. I'm in. Our next game is going to be a fun one. Coach Kendrick Cook returns home. We get Troy on the road, and Kendrick Cook was a receiver out of Troy. And they know a thing or two because they have a good one on their roster right now in Ra Thomas. Can our defense put up a show like they did today? We'll have to see. We are still in the running for a bowl game, and all road leads to Alabama. Can we finish? Find out next episode. And thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Georgia State Dynasty. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.